Yo, what's going on guys, Solem here. Today we're going to talk about investing in items in classic World of Warcraft. So this is a very good way of making some gold late game, but the thing is, when you're investing in items, you want to spend as much gold as possible buying these items, and you won't be paid back for like 1 or 2 months. So you're investing in items and don't expect to make a profit until at least 1, maybe even 2 months into Classic, and then you might look at insane profits. So items to invest in are level 19 Twink items, herbs that people find while leveling, which are used in high level potions, flasks and elixirs, materials that people find while leveling, which are used in high or end game craft like potions, flasks, elixirs, and gear crafting. An example of such a material is a small flame sack, which is dropped by whelps all over Azeroth and is used for crafting the fire protection potions, and they're really popular for molten core and onyxia. You also have enchanting material required for endgame enchants and twink enchants. The reason why these will go up in price over time is simply because nobody needs them in the beginning, but everyone needs them after a while. Flasks and enchants won't really matter that much in the first month or so, because everyone will either still be leveling or gearing up their characters, and nobody wants to spend gold on the best enchants in the game until they have their pre-raid bis gear, because it will be gold wasted. Flasks and potions also don't become relevant until several guilds start their progress or start their raiding progress, and the demand for both flasks, potions, elixirs, and herbs skyrocket. Herbs and enchanting material will be something a lot of people will sell to get their level 40 and level 60 mounts as fast as possible, because it's not everyone's first priority to keep something in their bags that isn't relevant for a long time just to make some gold. Same goes for twinking. Twink items will be dirt cheap in the beginning, but very expensive after a month or 2. The reason for this is two-sided if you ask me. In the beginning of any server, and especially Blizzard's official servers, the server will be very popular and most of all filled with people leveling, exploring and doing both world content and dungeons. And where does twink gear drop from? Well, some drop from dungeons like the Shadowfang from Shadowfang Keep, and some drop from random mobs in certain level ranges like Feudal Links, which is a world drop. So you can be certain there will be way more of these on the market than there will be twinks in the beginning, because twinking won't be many people's first priority, both when it comes to how they manage their time and how they explore the world, and also how they spend their gold. Just to mention the gold you have to spend on twinking, nobody will do that for at least a month or 2, I would say. This means that these items will most likely have a higher supply than demand, which will make their prices be way low, and some people who haven't played vanilla might even receive one of these items and put it up on the auction house without knowing its true value, and you can get some dirt cheap one if you're lucky. And even if you're not lucky, you can buy a Shadowfang for let's say 25 gold and resell it for 100 to 200 gold in a month or 2 later. That's a ton of profit, but it also means you will have to delay buying your mount. You should probably buy a level 40 mount, but level 61 you can hold off on, since you will spend your gold investing instead. So if you're thinking smart and thinking long term, you can convert 25 gold into at least 100 gold, maybe even 200 gold. So depending on how lucky you are, how fast you are at buying the item, how often you scout the auction house, and how many snipers and investors there are on your server, the less competition there is for these investor items, the cheaper you will get them for, and the more profit you'll make. Either way, you'll be making tons of profit over time, so if you can hold yourself back from spending the 1000 gold on that level 60 mount and investing those golds instead. You will be rewarded for it as long as you invest in the right items. There are certainly more items to invest in than the ones I've listed in this video, but the ones in this video are the ones with the highest potential value, or the highest potential due to them being so accessible on the new realms because of popularity, and people needing gold to buy the level 40 and level 60 mounts, and people selling items cheaper to get gold fast. Plus, since the twink items have a very low drop chance, and far more people will be playing through the content that drops those items, when a new server releases, the supply of those items is just gonna hit the roof. With that being said, I hope you found this video useful. On this channel we try to talk about earning gold in every possible way, so we will cover professions, farming, crafting, investing, flipping, sniping, and way more ways to make gold on Classic. Whether your goal is to become rich, or just to have enough gold to buy that mount, this channel should be of some use to you. This was a pretty quick one. I just talked about investing in items. It's a very easy method to make tons and tons of gold, so do consider it, but don't steal my items, okay? Thank you very much. I hope you found this video interesting, like it if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one.